Alright, Elite Code 3 here, and we're going to do another 10 favorites from the PC. Let me mix these cards up. This one will have just have baseball and football going in this one, but lots of cool stuff. So we'll mix them up just a little bit. Let's start with the baseball card here. Now, this is not the most valuable card out there, but it's still one of my favorites. This is the 19. Let me get this light to a position where we don't have the glare. 1993 Topps, Derek Jeter. And I'm not sure the pop on this one, but I don't think it's the easiest set, and I don't think it's the hardest set, so it's probably somewhere in the middle. I would guess in the 20 to 25% range, which is the percentage of cards submitted and how many have actually gotten 10. So probably like 20% of cards sent in have gotten a 10 on this set. It does feature white borders across the card, but one thing I've noticed over the years is it's deceptive in that there are dents and the surface can also be scratched pretty bad, and also centering can be an issue. So this is one that I bought. I actually bought it in one of the lots that I bought, and it just looked really nice. I sent it in, and I got it slabbed as a 10. So Jeter 93 Topps PSA 10. Next up is going to be a football card. Now, this isn't a PSA 10. Not all the cards that show in these videos are going to be 10s, but this is a Rogers Bowman Chrome 2005. Now, it's not the refractor. It's just kind of like the base, but just a great looking card. It's a PSA 9. To me, it looks off-centered from looks fatter on the right as compared to the left. So that's one thing to note on this card. But overall, beautiful card of Rogers. These I want to say like 150 to maybe 225 or so. I think they've cooled off a little bit since he got injured, but that's the Rogers. Here's a baseball card. I bought this one raw probably 2 or 3 summers ago, and I sent it in, obviously, to PSA, and it came back as a 9, which is pretty damn good. There's the numbering on the back there, 18 of 50. So this is the gold refractor. If you look in the Beckett, which most people don't anymore, this will not say rookie card because this was 2011. He did not make his debut in the majors. I think it was like late April 2012. He actually got the call up. So, but to me, this is the rookie card. He also has 2010 USA cards, but this is the Bryce gold refractor to 50. It's not the auto version, but still absolutely filthy. I'm not sure the current value of this card. I haven't looked it up in a while. I think I paid around $200 or $300 for it back in 2014, 2015 times. Here's a badass football card. I've had this one for years and years. So I probably bought this card around 2010. I bought it raw, and I just love the patch in that thing. I mean, that's essentially the charger bolt. So I know it's in good condition too. This is one that I actually had slabbed, right? And it was in one of those big hunky PSA slabs they used to use for the thick cards that were just ugly, and they took up a ton of space, and you also couldn't really store them. So I actually sent this one back in to get a reholder, which is a $7 fee, and I think it looks a lot better in this slab. So this is the slab right before the lighthouse. That one's out of 500, not signed. Back to baseball. Love this card. It's actually gone up in price about 300% over the last 7 years. I remember in 2010 I picked one of these up for about 90 bucks. I think now they're closer to 300, possibly more. So this is a PSA 8 of the 75 Brett. Just a very iconic rookie card from this set, along with Robin Yount. But of course, I'm from Kansas City, so I'm partial to the Brett. And to me, this card looks fantastic. See that bottom right corner? There is a little white on that, but that's totally acceptable for a PSA 8. So Brett 75 Topps rookie card, PSA 8. The centering also looks pretty good on this one as well. We're gonna switch things up and go to probably the best card in this video. This card is just awesome. Now, I'm trying to think of, I believe I also had this one reholdered just because I didn't want it on that thick case. That's why it's in this. It's got the newer looking slab on it. But this is the Breeze SPX, and I think one of these sold recently for about $1,200. So this card's exploded in price. There was a time when I would pick some of these up for like $250, $300 maybe. But you know, Breeze has put up the numbers, and obviously he's a Hall of Famer. So this is the SPX Gold. There's also a blue version. It's also at a $250 with a different photo. Most people do know that. So beautiful Breeze card. PSA 10 on the SPX. Here's a card that I rant and rave about in so many of my videos, and I actually pull them out of packs and try to get them crossed over to 10s. But this is the Griffey 1989 Donruss. I believe the pop on this is equal to the Upper Deck, or it might be a little bit harder. I can't remember the stats on this one, but this is the 89 Donruss. This is one I actually got in a pack and got slabbed. That's why it's in the new holder, and it just came back I think last month or so. So 1989 Donruss, and you know, I know there's just tons and tons of these, probably millions of this card out in the public, and there's about 3,000 or so of the PSA 10. So it's still a fairly tough card to come across in this condition for this set. So 89 Donruss Griffey. Current value on this, I'd say like 70 to 90. This card's filthy, and I've always wanted it crossed over to a PSA 10 slab. One, just because you know, if you watch the videos, I love PSA, and two, it would look really nice in my Fitzgerald PSA registry. But this was one that I bought on eBay, I think, from like Probstein. I'm just throwing stuff out there, but that's what I think I got this one. I believe it was around $300. I saw a PSA 10 go for, I can't remember, like $700 to $900 not that long ago. This one looks really good. The edges are 9, so there must be something going on with the 9. And most times when Beckett has a 9 or an 8.5 with their subgrades, it's a little worse than you would expect. So I've seen a lot of Gem Mint 9.5s with 9 corners, and the 9 just like pushed in or dented, and it just doesn't look acceptable to be a Gem Mint card. So this is the SPX, and something to note on this one is it's out of 100. So it was like the rarest card from that set. I believe he was the only rookie that was out of 100. Most of the top tier rookies were out of 375. So Fitzgerald SPX. Gotta have a Mantle in there, right? So this is part of my Mantle registry, which is always a work in progress. But this is the 61 tops in a 7. It's in an older slab, as we can see, with the 0 starting out with the cert number and the hologram to the right. I'm guessing this card was slabbed in the 90s, so this would be a candidate to send in and get it in the newer slab. I mean, if that's something I wanted to do, I think it looks okay in this slab. The thing that attracted me the most of this card is it just looks like it's centered so nice for a 7. I don't see any crazy flaws going on the back either, like a little soft corner there, but that's kind of nitpicking on a card from 1961. So beautiful Mantle, 61. And the last card of this batch of 10 is one that I just really love this card. And so you got 6 of these per hobby box, the Star Rookies. I can't remember how many were in the Star Rookie set. It was either 50 or 100. I'll have to look that up after the video. But if you do the math, this is a tough pull. And to actually get one in gem mint condition is very tough as well with this set. The solid blue borders all around are very easily chipped or dented, or just a lot of problems. The backside, not so much. It's a different color foil. But on the front, if you ever see these cards raw, there's almost always a white corner or a dented in edge on these. So to have a PSA 10 of this card is filthy. I think the value on this is around, it's kind of all over the place, like 375 to 600. So it's actually jumped a lot in recent years. I remember picking these up for like 125 not that long ago. So that's it for these 10. I'll get this video uploaded. Let me guys know, these cards weren't as filthy as the first one, but I kind of picked some of the best of the litter for the last one. But we'll do some more of these in the future. They're actually pretty fun filming them.